I've just ruined 2 of these in one go by making one simple mistake. Stick around and I'll show you how to avoid doing the same. What's up guys, it's Zach here from Metal Homebrew. Welcome back to another video, and in all honesty a video I didn't expect or want to be making. So if you're not familiar with these things, it's the Kegland 8-litre Oxebar kegs. They're designed as sort of a cheap, convenient way to keg your beer, and generally speaking they've been pretty good. A few weeks back I had one fail. It just would not hold pressure. It dumped a whole bottle of CO2 on me. I couldn't figure out why. I tried all the different tap heads on it and everything, and it turned out that it was the actual bottle, the keg as such, that was leaking. I just put it down to bad luck, bought another one, cracked on as normal. Yesterday a keg kicked, so I took it out and pressure tested it, and that one leaked, even though it's been working for a couple of weeks, at least a month I think it had been in there. And while I was at it I had a brand new one which I also pressure tested, and that one leaked as well. Again, tried all the different heads and it turned out to be the kegs, but I could not find the leak on either of them, or all 3 of them. I never did actually find the leak. It was coming somewhere out of the actual keg body. And I racked my brains. I thought there's no way that can just be a coincidence or bad luck. And it turns out that the common denominator was actually cleaning, and very specifically another Kegland product, which was this, the Kegland Bucket Blaster. Awesome bit of kit. If you don't know what it is a keg cleaner. So essentially there's a pump in there and it shoots water out of the top. You put your keg over the top and it just cascades your cleaning solution down through it. It's a brilliant bit of kit on steel kegs, and I've used it several times on these plastic ones and thought it was doing a good job. But it is this that is actually damaging them. Essentially what happens is if it's sat straight, it's fine, but it's quite a tight fit here over the actual spray arm when it's down. And as I say, if it sits straight, the water comes out normally, you don't get any issues. If it tilts, which it quite easily does, you probably can't see it on the video, but it kind of seals on one side, makes the opening smaller for the water to get out. And that creates a vacuum, which I'll show you on the screen now, but essentially it just squeezes it in like that. On the video I've squeezed it in deliberately even harder so you can really see it. But that's happened on all 3 of the kegs, and I just assumed with it being sort of flexi plastic it wouldn't affect them at all. But it turns out what it's doing is it's affecting the sort of rigidity of it somewhere and causing ever so slight leaks that are almost impossible to find. So it's definitely this thing, because it's the only common denominator, and I've done nothing else to any of the other kegs. I'm using the correct cleaning stuff. I use sodium percarbonate. I'm using it at the right temperature. I've made sure it's like cool. It's not hot water that I'm putting through it to deform it or do any damage, because it's PET, and I've done nothing else that should have damaged it. And as I say, one of the ones yesterday was brand new. So the only thing I've done to it is clean it. So it's got to be this. So my advice to anybody that's using these things now then is don't use a bucket blaster or a cleaner like this. Just fill it with your cleaning solution and let it sit. And then that way you should absolutely avoid it. I can't say that's a fault of these things really. It was my own doing as such, because I've caused the problem. However, I have now ordered some stainless steel mini kegs because these things have just given me too many problems. They weren't bad, but I found the tapping head quite annoying, especially they've got a little 90-degree elbow that sits in to put a rigid tube down in as your dip tube. It's a plastic tube with a filter on the bottom. I thought that was a shit idea. It was really hard to fit. It didn't work very well, and I just wasn't that keen on them. I think with a few tweaks, these could be better, but personally, I'm moving away from them. I still think they're a great option if money's tight, and they are a cheap and convenient way to do things. But for me, I won't be buying anymore. I'm going back to stainless steel, and I'm going to stay there. So, as I say, don't use the bucket blaster. Let your cleaning fluid sit in it, and you shouldn't have any issues, but just be careful, and it's something to be aware of. So hopefully that helps somebody and stops them making the same mistakes I did. But again, if you like the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Cheers.